today I'm going to show you how I like to create my digital notebook covers using the Canva website, which is free, and with the free package you get a ton of resources, and this is a super easy method that anyone can do whether you have graphic design skills or not. So if you just look up Canva on the website and find a blank poster template, that is what I use to create my notebook covers. And the first step is creating a background color. I like to use the little color picker that they have on the website, where you can use the slider to get an exact color that you'd like. To change the color of the background, you click on the poster, and in the upper left hand corner of the editing page, there's a little square icon that you can click on to change the color. After I've created a background color, I then click on the Elements button on the far left side of the page, and I search for different graphics that I'd like. Since I'm making this notebook for school, I am using this particularly to practice learning my languages, so I'm looking up architecture and buildings from the countries that speak the languages that I am learning. So you can do any sort of graphics that pertain to your topic, or if you just have a particular aesthetic or design that in mind, you should definitely go for that. Some easy ones that are good to do for anything are stars, flowers, clouds, and things like that. One of the things that I love about Canva is that you do have a wide variety of the free graphics that act as digital stickers essentially, and with many of them you can actually customize the colors to match your theme. In order to do that, you just click on the graphic after you've added it to your design, and once again in the upper left hand corner of the design box there will be a range of colors that you can click on and change the color in the graphic to the color that you'd like. And another nice thing about Canva is that they will put all of the colors that you've already used in your design in a little section of the color box, so you can easily use the same colors that you used before without trying to match them again. After I add my main design elements, I then go in and add shapes, clouds, or other decorative elements to fill out the spread. I really like using clouds and searching up things like circle or blob and things like that to layer alongside my major graphics to give this a more professional and filled out look. In order to layer the graphics, you click on the one that you would like to move forward or backwards, and you can either double click or right click with your mouse, or go to the position button in the top menu on the design box and say move forward, move backwards, or you can move it completely to the front or completely to the back. As you're designing your cover, some things to keep in mind are making sure that this page is balanced and that you only have one or two large elements, and use mostly neutral colors for any background elements. Once you're satisfied with the design, you can then go and add the title of your notebook cover. This is going to be my language diary, like I mentioned previously, so I'm going to use that as my title, and I typically use a font that's readable, but sometimes I mix up different fonts within my title to add some variety. I also like to use a lot of the same colors that I've already used in my graphics, just to make sure that everything matches and is in the theme. Try to avoid using fonts that are too small, hard to read, and make sure that your colors stand out against your background, since in the notebook gallery on GoodNotes, the thumbnails are a lot smaller and you want to make sure that you're still able to read it in that smaller format. Don't be afraid to change up the sizes of the fonts as well, and add a shadow by duplicating any of the words and putting them in a lighter color at an angle underneath. Another great way to kind of spice up your title is to add things like lines, dots, or circle certain words to add some more variety to the page. I like how this looks right now, so I think that I'm going to leave it be, but if you feel like you need to add more or change things, continue to do so until you're ready to download. I always download mine as a PNG and then save it to my Photos app on my iPad where I have GoodNotes. Then I go into the notebook that I would like to use this as a title, click on the Add Page button, and add a photo, and it will just take up a whole page. Then I go to the little box of 4 squares in the upper left-hand corner and delete the original cover page. Now when you exit out of that notebook, then the new cover that you just made, and now you have a whole new cute cover for your digital notebook. Hopefully this makes note-taking and studying more fun, and if you have any questions about this process, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful day.